Okay. So the source code? You cannot see it, okay. So do we know what language they used to do this one? I can check, I'm not sure right now. Okay, sure, because if you see Oracle side things right, they do a lot on Visual Studio, if you ask me. JD was basically built on with C++, so yeah, I mean. So that's why you have some of the programs. You can write C++ business functions in JD. I always take JD, because you know I worked a lot on JD side. So, JD, I think it is VB and C++ right initially? Yeah, initially it was VB, it's all Microsoft-based right everyone uses. So initially it was VB, but later on they did the Visual C++. Okay. But then in JD it was right, everything is event rules. So the source. You can see the source code. So if I have to modify the sales order screen, right, it's called form in JD, so you can. You have that underlying source code. You can modify it, you know, but there are thousands and thousands of lines for a sales order. So here also you have. I mean, this is also called a form, you can customize it from UI, but unfortunately we don't have access to the source code. And yeah, I mean in NetSuite also. The history is that NetSuite came with a startup like it was a startup. They came as a standalone ERP, and I think in 2016 is when Oracle has acquired it. So from 2016, it has become Oracle's product now. Right? Yeah. So whenever Oracle buys something right, the first thing they will try to do is they want to kill that product. But yeah, I mean, fortunately it has not happened with NetSuite yet. Yeah, correct. Yeah, when I started working on NetSuite right and then I got this news that Oracle has acquired it, I was a little tensed. I'm like, I don't know, maybe 2 years or 3 years down the line I might have to switch to another. You know, I might have to change my skill set and switch to something else. But you know, luckily the market is going really good for NetSuite and Oracle has not done. You know general things, what they do with any acquisition. Be it JD Edwards, be it PeopleSoft Siebel, they've done the same thing with everything. But NetSuite has been pretty good actually last few years actually, you know. In my previous company, we had 3 different ERPs. You know, we had SAP, JD Edwards, and NetSuite. So JD Edwards was. We had 3 versions, I mean, and we were trying to hire a person last year. And we could not find a developer, even working remotely also a good developer, actually. We had resumes, but could not find a good resume to call and finalize things. But you know, yeah. NetSuite has been tremendously growing the last few years. Now, at least in US, I can tell you that. No, in India market also US, I mean. Obviously Indian market is pretty much dependent on US market, so in Indian market as well. And I've seen some European companies also, you know, started implementing NetSuite, and so it is going good. And yeah, I mean, you see, in my previous company, when the task was to grow the NetSuite practice and all the profiles and reviewers I was getting. I don't know, they mentioned they have like 6, 7 years of experience in NetSuite and they don't understand basics and stuff. So I also have struggled, you know, in the same hiring process. It's, yeah, I don't know. It's really tricky to find the right and best fit. True. Okay, so coming back to the script testing, so this is again logged out. So, as part of this client script, what we're doing? We are on a page. In it, we are setting default value for two fields, which is named as sales rep hour and sales rep number, so we are setting default values for these two fields. Can you go to the very first? Right. So what does current record mean? So current record? As I told you, right, there is one module called current record, which is only available for client script. Oh, it is only available for client script. Okay, so there is recording current record also, okay. So there is a record which is available for all scripts, and current record module is only available for client script. So current record. What it does? It gives you access to the record which is currently active in a client session. So let's say, if I'm working on this sales order record, so from on this browser, so your current record module will give us access to this entire record, because that is the one which is active in the client session. So this is designed specifically for client scripts. All the APIs, whatever is there in that module, are only for client script. It is not used in any other script type. Okay, and just go back to the script. Let's see. Yeah. Now in the first function, which is page init function. So, as I told you yesterday also, page init function primarily utilized to default some field values or, change some display types for a particular field or a thing like that. Right. So what we're doing here, we have on a sales order level. We have two fields. One is this sales rep number, and then you have sales rep on. We are setting default values for these two fields, sure. Okay, so now you can see in the script we are set. We got this current using current record, we got the current record snapshot, and what we do. We are doing this. Current record dot set value for field ID. So I told you right that we use internal or other field ID for any script. We don't use the label. So cust body 132 is the field ID for this particular field. Sure, right, so we are setting value for cust body 132 and the value is 1001. Similarly, cust body 133. That is another field ID and we're setting the value 0. Okay, that is the default value. So as soon as you open a sales order, you will see these two field values, that is, 1001 and 10. Sure, okay. Now on save record. On save record what we are doing. We are just displaying these two field values and then allowing save. So when I say displaying, we are putting it an alert which will come as a pop-up. We'll be putting an alert by saying value for sales rep number is this and sales rep by hours, and we just then return true. So we are actually not validating anything right now in this example. We are just showing the values as a pop-up and then save will happen, right? Okay, I don't see the value here, so we are not setting, so we are just getting the value from the field one. Yeah, so you have this. We are getting the field value for cust body 132 and 133, and then we are showing it in a pop-up. Sure, perfect, okay.